Do you want to ask something?
Me?
No, not exactly.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna start
Okay, you
now.
can. Go ahead.
Now. Okay. Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Julian Andres Niebles. I'm a student from Bachelor's in Foreign Language with emphasis in English. And today for this mini webinar, I'm gonna talk about the English level differences between public and private schools here in Colombia. I mean, I'm gonna do a comparative analysis because of I studied in a public school and right now I am working in a private school and I noticed some difference in the English levels, right? So let me first. I'm gonna talk about the differences. I mean the importance of English here in Colombia. Um, I have like 5 key points here talking about the importance. First, when it comes to economic competitiveness and job opportunities, uh, as you know, English proficiency, the English proficiency is important or is crucial for accessing to global markets and attracting foreign investments. Also, many locals and international companies, sorry, require English skills nowadays, especially in technology, tourism, commerce, and services. In like second key point, I have access to education and global knowledge. Uh, as you know, guys, English is the dominant language in science, technology, and research, offering access to high quality publications and resources. And also, this facilitates the participation in international exchange programs and scholarships. Another key point, we have boosting tourism. Why? Because Colombian is a tourist spot, a popular tourist spot around the world. It's an attractive tourist destination. And English skills could enhance the experience for foreign visitors to make them feel more comfortable and like they are in home. Another thing is the tourism sector provision in English could improve our country's image as a professional and welcoming destination. Next, we have the public policies and globalization, like Colombia Bilingüe, this program from Colombia that promotes the English learning in public schools, acknowledging the importance in global integration of the English, right? Also, the English is essential for achieving sustainable development and fostering the international cooperation. And the last key point, I have the cultural and personal growth because the English provides access to global media, movies, music, and literature. You know what I mean? The entertainment that we can find. And also, this enhances cognitive communication skills uh, by fostering critical thinking and creativity, right? Okay, then the main difference between private schools and public schools when it comes or regarding to English, right? Uh, I'm gonna go first with the private schools. Um, when it comes to the facilities, we can find more classrooms in private schools. The class size is smaller. This can foster the individualized attention. I mean, like almost personalized classes for them because the classes are smaller with 10 or 15 students. Uh, they have access to modern facilities like language labs, multimedia resources, platforms, conferences, stuff like that. And also, private schools are higher likelihood of hiring bilingual or native English speaking teachers. Here, where I work, we come with a native speaker from UK. He is from Birmingham, something like that. I don't remember well, but he's a native English speaker. Uh, Now, when it comes to the public schools, guys, uh, the classrooms are overcrowded. The class size is larger than the private schools. Uh, they have limited access to resources such as book or technologies, and the English is often taught as a secondary subject with fewer weekly hours. And also the poorly trained teachers, because they can consider, or they cannot be like bilingual people because they often taught English in Spanish. And also they don't apply modern methodologies. You know what I mean? Here we have in the key difference. I made like a table here to summarize the differences. When it comes to the aspect, the class sizes in the private school are smaller, as I told you before, between 10 and 20 students, but in public schools are larger, with 30 or more students. The teacher qualification, they have a high English level. They can consider bilingual people, almost native, or they count with native people. In public schools, it varies. They have a limited English level. They can consider bilingual. About the resources, they are abundant. They have labs, they have books, they have conference, they have platforms, and in the public schools are limited, only with textbooks, and sometimes they work with copies. And the curriculum or program that the private school offers, they focus on the global standards, the CEFR, the Common European Framework of Reference in Languages. And the public schools is based on the national curriculum only. I mean the program of Colombia Bilingüe, and that's it. And I think I ran out of time, so I'm gonna finish with this one. Uh, I'm gonna thank you, all of you guys, to listen to me. I'm gonna say goodbye with this phrase that says, "Equal access to English education is the key to unlocking Colombia's future potential." Thank you so much. I'm done.
Thank you very much, dear Julia, for your presentation. Interesting topic. Now it's time for your peers to ask you questions. Who would like to be the first one to ask? Julia. Diana? Okay.
Hello, Julian.
Hello.
I have a question for you.
Mhm.
So, English is important for students, but don't you think that when you go to another country, you should know the basics as a sign of respect towards the natives of the country you're going to?
Sorry, Ayana, could you repeat? I only heard something
Okay.
like English is important to students, but
No, no, no. English is important for tourism, but don't you think that when you go to another country, you should know the basics as a sign of respect towards the natives of the country you are going to?
I mean, you are asking me something about the cultural aspects from any other foreign
Uh-huh.
city country. Well, yes, it's important to take that into account, but of course you have to have a base in English. If you don't know how to communicate in English, it would be difficult for you to communicate in other country where they don't speak in Spanish or any other kind of language that you can speak. So it's important to have a little bit knowledge about English. It doesn't matter
Okay.
the cultural aspect. You have to know a little bit.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no
Okay,
worry.
thank you, Diana. Thank you, Julian. Now it will be Maricela. Dear Maricela.
Hello, Julian. My question is, what is the bits why to instill in a new language?
Sorry, Marisela, good morning. What is the what? Sorry.
Mm, what is the best way to install a new language?
Okay, what is the best way that I consider to learn English? I think yes. Well, first of all, I think that if you don't know English, anything about English, but you travel to, I don't know, maybe Canada or United States, and you are keeping in touch with native speakers, you are gonna learn faster. I mean, with the cultural aspect, with talking about, with any kind of person that's speaking English, you're gonna learn faster. But if you don't have that opportunity to travel to another country, I mean, English speakers country, you can also start like studying a little bit of grammar to have base, and also practice with music to your pronunciation, with movies or any kind of content you like to watch or listen to, but in English.
Okay, thank you, dear Maricela, dear Julian. Now, dear Daniel.
Good morning, Julian.
Morning.
My question will be, why do you think Colombia lacks, like as a country, lacks so much on English language skills as a country?
Why Colombia is what? Sorry.
Why do you think Colombia lacks so much on English skills, like as a country?
Last so much. I mean, why are we
Like,
like?
yeah, like why Colombian, like Colombians in general, or the country in general, as we know, is a country that like um, tourist people visit a lot, and why the level of English
Visit
in
a lot.
Colombia?
Yeah,
Yeah, why the level of English in
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Colombia
yeah.
is so bad?
Yeah, I get it. Why? Well, that's like my opinion, but I don't know if I'm correct. But I think Colombia has beautiful I don't remember, amazing spots to visit. Also, the Colombian people is very kind with any kind of foreign person, because we are like, oh my God, he's from, I don't know, maybe America or Canada. Let's gonna say hello to him or her, and let's be kind with them. We like to interact with any other people uh, outside of Colombia. We are very friendly with them. So it's like they fall in love with us, and also with our landscapes, our spots, our cities, and beautiful culture that we have.
Okay, thank you, dear Daniel and dear Julian. Now it will be Angie. Dear Angie.
Okay, hi Julian. I have a
Hello.
question for you. What
Hmm.
examples of good practice in teaching English in private schools could be replicated in public institutions?
What practices? I mean, like activities. Okay, here in this school where I work, we also tend to practice a little bit of listening and speaking skills. Like there is a web page, an only web page. I don't remember the name. I mean, sorry, it's like leads training. We can practice with sons, practice with sons. Sorry. Miss, qué pena. Qué pena. Qué pena, es que estoy en el trabajo. Okay, as I told you before, here we practice a lot listening and speaking with a web page that is called Leaders Training. So we can practice a lot with songs, favorite songs from their kids, and it's like practice or get used to your ears with pronunciation, with unknown words, and of course with the speaking. We also use a lot of role plays, uh, offering a real situation where they can participate as if they are passing through that situation in her own lives. And that's it.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
thank you. Dear Livet,
Okay, my question is for you. What strategies could we implement to motivate public school students to learn English with the same intensity, with the same intensity as in private schools?
Okay, Libet, good morning. Strategies, talking about strategies. I
Mhm.
mean, I work with kids, and at night I work with adult people, right? They also they like to talk about something like series or programs or TV programs or shows that they every single day watch at their homes. So I recommend them to watch them in English. There are some streaming platforms nowadays like HBO, Netflix, Paramount, Amazon, something like that. This kind of platform offers the way to watch the series or programs in English with subtitles in English too. So it's a good way or good strategy because they are not gonna take that like, oh my God, this is a homework I have to practice. No, they are gonna watch what they like, but in English at the same time they are get entertained, and also they are gonna learn at the same time.
okay, thank you,
Okay,
Livet.
thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Julian.
Okay.
Jesus, do you have any questions for Julian? Mm, okay, I think Jesus has no questions. Okay, dear Julian. Thank you for your presentation and also your peers for asking you interesting questions too. So now, about
Thank you.
your performance, I would say you did great, dear Julian, because you like selected a topic you are aware of, maybe because you have the experience in both scenarios, so you know how things work. So the topic selection was great because you knew what you had to say about each aspect and did not have to like rely on reading or something like that. So it was great. Also, your presentation was good because it had like short tests, like short phrases you could read to remember what you wanted to say, and also had images, table charts, or different kind of information organization structures, I would say. So yeah, your presentation was great. And talking about your performance during the presentation, about let's start by talking about pronunciation. Your pronunciation was normally great. Like you have really great pronunciation from different kind of words, but there were some you had like difficulties with, such as public. You constantly say public instead of public schools. When talking about proficiency, I don't remember how you said that, but it sounded weird. Policies too, native, and yes, that were the ones I could hear that were mispronounced. But in general, you did really, really great. You just have like some struggles with the specific words, but it's okay. I think it's okay. Now about fluency, uh, In some cases you were smoothly sharing your opinions, like you were engaged with the audience in sharing your ideas. But in some moments, mostly during the beginning of your speech, you were uncertain about how to communicate some things you wanted to say, and you used feelers like or you were uncertain about what you wanted to say at the beginning, but then at the end I could see you, like maybe that was because you were nervous at the beginning, but then when you were continuing to present the speech, like you were more you were more dynamic when talking. So it was really great that you could like deal with maybe your nervousness to continue with your presentation. About grammar, I just so let me see here. Two grammar mistakes in terms when you were saying like accessing content. I if I don't remember wrong, you instead of saying accessing content, you said accessing to. But when you use the gerund, you don't need to use to in these cases. Also, when talking about in how in private schools, it is normal to hire um like native speakers. You said are highly likelihood of hiring instead of they have highly likelihood of hiring. So that's that, like just two evident mistakes. So in general, dear Julian, I would say you did great. Maybe you could continue to improve a little, not in your abilities, but how you engage in this kind of activities. Because I can see you have a really good level and everything, but maybe these kind of activities are overwhelming, and you can be perfectly presenting your demonstrating your skill. But in general, pretty good, dear Julian. Thank you. So let me here stop your recording.